Good morning, YouTube family. How are you doing? My name is Purity Mwenda. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we share the joy, challenges, and even the overwhelming moments of motherhood. If you are a prospective mother, a new mom, or even a seasoned mother, kindly consider being part of this incredible family by subscribing. So guys, today I'm back with an exciting video on how I experienced or underwent a pregnancy while having fibroids. So I was pregnant with my baby, like the first time I was pregnant, that was 2021, because I gave birth last year. So 2021 in September, I realized that I was pregnant. After a month of pregnancy, that was in October, I had this bleeding. And since I was told that any bleeding in pregnancy is good, you go and get checked. So I was so worried, I was so worked up. So I ran to hospital. The first thing they did, they took me to the ultrasound, they checked my pregnancy, and they said that it was almost getting out. They call it self-abortion. Is it self-abortion? I don't know the word they use, but it was almost getting out. So when they saw the pregnancy, in the process of looking at what was happening, they saw I had fibroids. And so I was told that I have fibroids. Those were the most scaring words of my life, because I was told fibroids they are dangerous. I started Googling, and I say, like, there's no medication for fibroids, especially when you're pregnant. There's nothing you can do, you just have to stay with it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to die. That was the first thing that came into my mind. So what even broke my heart more is because I was told the bleeding was caused by the fibroids, and it can cause the loss of my baby. Wow. Nikimaji when you nimengoja iball, I couldn't imagine losing the baby. So I was told by the doctor to take leave, or a sick off, stay at home, strictly stay at home, bed rest for those were for 2 months, so that the pregnancy can at least hit the first trimester, like complete the first trimester. So I was supposed to rest in bed rest for 2 months. I took it, but I just took 1 month. After 1 month, I went back to work, and it was fine. I was doing okay. So the next time I went to hospital, I lost the first one for the first ultrasound. So the second time I went to hospital, my pregnancy was 11 weeks, 6 days. And so when they looked at the fibroids, it was 4.28. There was only one at that point. It was 4.2 by 2.8. Okay, so when I went to Medihill, this doctor, the gyna, told me that pregnancy grows, like the baby, the fetus grows at the same rate with the fibroid. So what he meant was, he categorically told me that I could not have my baby through the normal way. And so at the end of the day, I had to do surgery. So like I had to do like CS, so that my baby can be removed. The reason he said that is because of the positioning of my fibroids. According to him, he said that my fibroids was close to my cervix, so by the time it would be growing at the end of the pregnancy term, he assumed that the fibroid would be big enough to block my baby's way, so there's no way that the baby could get out. So I prepared myself psychologically that I would have CS. So come after a few months, like this was 11 weeks of pregnancy. So at 20 weeks, I was supposed to take another ultrasound. At this point, they saw two. Remember the first time I went to the hospital because of bleeding, they saw 2 fibroids. At this point, at 20 weeks, they saw 2 fibroids. One was 5.2 centimeters by 3.4. I assume this one is the other one, which was 4.2 but it grew, of course. And the second one, which was smaller, was 2.4 by 2.1. There was no problem until this point. So I had to change hospital because Medhill was a bit far from where I was staying, and I was feeling like that gyna was a bit arrogant. When we asked him questions, he was like, if you know better, tell me. If you know better, tell him. I remember my husband asking him, like, so what can we do about these fibroids? We are just ignorant. We did not know anything about fibroids. And so the guy was like, there's nothing you can do. Just allow the lady to enjoy her pregnancy while she can. There's nothing you can do. The best thing you can do is to make her comfortable, make sure she's happy. And then he's like, so he asked him, so there's nothing we can do, like maybe to remove it? It seems like you know it better than me. You tell me. And we were like, wow. So how will he help us if we can't ask innocent question and he answer? So we opted to move hospitals. And another reason, because it was a bit far for us, and we considered cases of emergency and delivery. So we switched from Medhill to Komarok Modern. So in Komarok, I went for, when I received the first, the very first, this long ultrasound. The very first ultrasound was, when was it? At 29 weeks. Yes. The last one was 20, so this one it's at 29 weeks. And so at this point, they said the whatever had grown. It was 4.1 by 4.3 and 3.7. I don't know why they had contradicting information about it, but definitely they saw it. At week 29, I started experiencing this pain on my left side. Like, it was so painful, that I could not walk. I used to drag my leg. So the women around me, knowing what they know, they told me it was the baby who was tending to sleep on one side, so he would move. I stayed 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. This baby is not even moving from there. I'm feeling so much pain. And I was like, no, I need to go to hospital. Like, that was too much, like too much pain. Even if it's the baby, no, I need to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital then. So they took the ultrasound, and then that guy said, the technician told me, the baby is lying on the fibroids. The baby is lying literally on the fibroids. So the fibroid is causing me to feel the pain. So the pain I was feeling is not because of the baby sleeping on the left hand. It's because the baby was sleeping on the fibroids. They had to give me medication. From that time, I had to, from week 29, yes, week 29, I had to survive on injection. So I would go, they inject me, the injection stays for a month, and then the pain comes back, I go back, they give me the injection. That was the only way to take medication, because when you're pregnant, you cannot just take any medication. So as the pregnancy went on, it was fine because I was managing it through the injection. And so when I came to this doctor, then when I changed the doctors, I asked this gyna, so I want to book for elective CS because I have fibroids. And he asked me, who said that? Who told you, is it by will that you want to have CS, or it's because of the fibroids? And I told him, I was told by the previous gyna that I cannot have my baby through the normal way because the fibroid will be blocking my way. And this doctor told me, no, you will have your baby the normal way. I'll be there with you. And I was like, are you sure? I remember asking him in every clinic after every 1 month. I was like, doctor, sure we have my baby the normal way? And he's like, yes, you have him the normal way. I'll be there to deliver. Your work will be to push. So after this, this was the 29th. This was, which date was this? This was 16th. This was April. This was March. So April I went for a clinic, and my last clinic was supposed to be on 27th before I went for my delivery the next month, which was around 10th. Around 10th, yes, around 10th June. But who is God? On that date, when I was supposed to go for my last clinic, I developed some cramps and my water broke. I was actually sleeping, very comfortable, sleeping. My water broke, and so I went to hospital. I called my gyna. He told me he would be there. I thought he was lying because it was late at night. It was 1 a.m. So since where I was living, it's close to the hospital, I just took a cab, went to the hospital, booked myself in, stayed there comfortably, waiting to get some labor. That's a whole new story for another day. And my gyna came. So when he came, he actually delivered me through the normal way. I don't know how, but I delivered normal without any CS. So it's possible. It's possible to give birth the normal way, depending on the place where your fibroid is. And also, I think doctors need to be more sympathetic and empathetic how they deliver information, because some of them, like the gyna in Maryhill, he broke my heart. He almost broke my heart. He almost made me have fear, because I remember even when I was going to the delivery room, asking the doctor, "Are you sure? Are you sure you will be able to deliver my baby?" To make the matters worse, by the way, my baby had a cord. So there's the case of fibroids. There's a case of my baby having a cord on his neck. I was told by another friend that she had a cord. Her baby had a cord, and she was told to push, and the baby akanyongwa. So the doctor is telling me to push, and there's someone else whose baby died through delivery because she pushed. Oh God, I was confused, but I had to have faith. I just had to give him benefit of doubt, because he kept on saying, Kananu, calm down. Your work is to push. Delivering is my work. Leave that to me. I will give you your baby. Trust me, I will give you your baby. Oh God. Thank God. He did it. And I was so happy. Like, I give you all the glories to God, of course, because it's not easy to go through the pregnancy and come out successfully. I enjoyed my pregnancy despite the ups and downs. So, and do not be lied to, like you get fibroids because you aborted, you did what. There are so many myths about it, and some people don't even talk about it because they don't want to be bashed around. The doctor was so careful to tell me that fibroids are caused by the estrogen and progesterone, which are pregnancy hormones. So when the hormones are in the womb or the uterus, they might cause those, what do you call it? They might trigger the formation of those bodies, or maybe the fibroids. Not necessarily because you did something. No, it's completely biology. Okay. So that was my journey, my pregnancy journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in case you enjoyed it, kindly give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to comment on the comment section. What was your journey? How was your journey? Have you experienced fibroids? How was it? What was your journey with fibroids? What was your experience? Because I came to realize that different people experience these things differently. Maybe mine was painful. Maybe the other person's was not painful, or maybe the other person's experience, they could not even give birth the normal way. So, how was your experience? Let's chat on the comment section. Until we meet in the next video, it's a bye-bye for now.